Welcome to Topical Economics. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our insightful videos on key economic concepts. In today's video, we're diving into the topic of price determination. I'll be walking you through some past paper multiple-choice questions, carefully analyzing each one to explain why the correct answer is what it is. Whether you're preparing for exams or just want to strengthen your understanding of economics, this video will help you get to grips with important concepts in a clear and practical way. So, let's get started. Starting with the first question. The diagram shows the demand and supply for apples. To what extent is the market for apples in disequilibrium at a price of $2.50 per kilo? A. Demand exceeds supply by 200,000 tons. B. Demand exceeds supply by 400,000 tons. C. Supply exceeds demand by 200,000 tons. D. Supply exceeds demand by 400,000 tons. This question is from year 2022 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option D. At a price of $2.50 per kilo, we see that the supply is at 800,000 tons and demand is at 400,000 tons, hence, giving excess supply of 400,000 tons. Moving to the second question. The diagram shows the supply and demand for a product. Suppliers have decided to produce 10,000 units and charge a price of $6. What is the result of this decision in the short run? A. A stable equilibrium price will be achieved. B. Suppliers will be left with unsold stock. C. The equilibrium market price will increase. D. There will be excess demand at the price of $6. This question is from year 2022 May-June version 3. The correct answer for this question is option B. When suppliers are producing 10,000 units and charging a price of $6, we see that there is excess supply as seen in the diagram. This suggests that in short run, this suppliers will be left with unsold stock. Moving to the third question. The diagram shows the market for oil. The original equilibrium is oil producers discover a new source of oil while there is economic growth. What is the new equilibrium? This question is from year 2021 May-June version 3. The correct answer for this question is option C. As new source of oil is discovered, the supply of oil increases and the supply S1 shifts right to S3. This increase in supply causes a decrease in price, thereby increasing the demand for oil as it is cheaper now. So the new equilibrium is at point C as seen on the diagram. Moving to the fourth question. A market consists of 10 individuals with different demand curves in a given period. What is a calculation that could be used as part of the process to determine the market equilibrium in that period? A. At each price add the quantities demanded by each individual. B. At each quantity average the price that each individual is prepared to pay. C. Combine the price elasticity of demand, PED, and the price elasticity of supply, PES, at each price. D. Determine the PED and multiply it by the quantity demanded. This question is from year 2020 specimen version 1. The correct answer for this question is option A. At each price add the quantities demanded by each individual. To determine the market equilibrium, you need to aggregate the demand of all individuals in the market. This is done by summing the quantities demanded by each individual at each price level. The market demand curve is created by adding up the individual demand curves horizontally. Once the total demand is calculated, it can be compared with the market supply curve to find the equilibrium price and quantity, where supply equals demand. The other options, B, C, and D, do not directly relate to the calculation of market equilibrium in this context. Moving to the fifth question. The diagram shows market demand and supply curves. To what extent is the market in disequilibrium at price P3? This question is from year 2020 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option D. At this price, P3, we see that there is excess demand, seen in option D. Moving to the sixth question. The table shows the quantity demanded and supplied for a commodity at different prices. What would happen to the equilibrium price if the quantity supplied increased by 200 units at each price? A. It would decrease by $1. B. It would decrease by $2. C. It would increase by $1. D. It would increase by $2. This question is from year 2019 October, November, version 1. The correct answer for this question is option A. It would decrease by $1. In this scenario, if the quantity supplied increases by 200 units at each price, the supply curve shifts to the right. This means that at each price level, producers are willing to supply more of the commodity. As a result, for the same demand, there will be an excess supply at the initial equilibrium price, leading to downward pressure on the price. The new equilibrium price will be lower than the previous equilibrium price. Based on the provided table, if the supply increases by 200 units at each price, the new equilibrium would likely occur at a lower price where the quantity demanded matches the increased quantity supplied. Since the original equilibrium price is $7, a shift in supply would push the price down, potentially leading to a new equilibrium around $6, which is a $1 decrease. Moving to question 7. A newspaper reported that the world market for coffee has returned to equilibrium. Which situation supports this statement? A. A sequence of poor harvests resulted in shortages. B. Decreased transport costs led to a surplus of supply. C. Farmers matched demand by planting more coffee bushes. D. The price of coffee was fixed between producers. This question is from year 2019 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option C. Farmers matched demand by planting more coffee bushes. Market equilibrium occurs when the quantity supplied equals the quantity demanded at a particular price. In this scenario, farmers planting more coffee bushes to match the demand suggests that the supply of coffee is being adjusted to meet the market's needs. This would result in a balanced market, where supply meets demand, leading to equilibrium. The other options, A, B, and D, describe situations that could cause market imbalances, such as shortages or surpluses, rather than a return to equilibrium. Moving to question 8. The table shows the demand schedule for a good at different prices. The current market price for the good is $10. Following a 20% increase in price, what will be the change in the quantity demanded? A. Minus 60. B. Minus 40. C. Plus 120. D. Plus 200. This question is from year 2019 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option B. The current market price is $10. A 20% increase means the new price will be, new price equals 10 plus, 10 by 0.20, equals 10 plus 2 equals 12. Now, at a price of $10, the quantity demanded is 160, from the table. At a price of $12, the quantity demanded is 120, from the table. The change in quantity demanded is change in quantity demanded equals 160 minus 120 equals 40. Therefore, the quantity demanded decreases by 40 units following the 20% price increase. Moving to question 9. In the diagram, suppliers have set the price of a product at PS. Economic theory predicts that the equilibrium price of the product will rise to PE. What is the reason for this movement in price? A. Demand for the product will increase. B. No more of the product can be supplied. C. Some consumers are willing to pay higher prices. D. Suppliers are facing rising costs. This question is from year 2018 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option C. At price PS, there is excess demand as seen in the diagram. This excess demand will cause prices to increase and eventually come in equilibrium at price PE. This means that some consumers are willing to pay higher prices. Hence the correct answer is option C. Moving to question 10. The diagram shows the market for a product. Which statement about the points marked on the diagram is correct? This question is from year 2017 May-June version 1. The correct answer for this question is option D. The movement from X to Z shows a fall in the quantity supplied of the product. A movement along the supply curve happens when there is a change in the price of the good, causing a change in the quantity supplied. A leftward movement occurs when the price increases, leading to a decrease in quantity supplied, and a rightward movement occurs when the price decreases, leading to an increase in quantity supplied. Moving to question 11. The diagram shows a market for rice that is in equilibrium. Which area represents the total revenue for rice farmers? This question is from year 2017 February-March version 2. The correct answer for this question is option B. OVXY. Total revenue equals price multiplied by quantity. In this diagram, it will be price OV multiplied by the quantity OY. This gives area OVXY as seen in the diagram. Moving to question 12. What is meant by an equilibrium price? A. A government price that ensures fairness for all. B. A price that has no pressure to rise or fall. C. A price that maximizes the profits of the producers. D. A price that maximizes the satisfaction of the consumers. This question is from year 2015 October-November version 2. The correct answer for this question is option B. A price that has no pressure to rise or fall. The equilibrium price is the price at which the quantity of a good demanded by consumers equals the quantity supplied by producers. At this price, there is no inherent pressure for the price to change, because the market is in balance, supply meets demand. If the price were higher or lower, there would either be a surplus, too much supply, or a shortage, too little supply, which would create pressure to return to the equilibrium price. The other options, A, C, and D, describe different concepts that are not directly related to the definition of equilibrium price. Moving to question 13. The table shows the demand and supply schedules for eggs. What will be the equilibrium price of eggs? This question is from year 2015 February-March version 2. The correct answer for this question is option C. Equilibrium price is determined when quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied. From the table, we see that quantity demanded equals quantity supplied at 125 eggs per week. The corresponding price to this, as shown in the table, will be the equilibrium price, which is 40 cents. Thank you so much for watching my video on price determination here on Topical Economics. I hope the explanation of past paper questions and the breakdown of the correct answers helped clarify the key concepts for you. It's always a pleasure to dive deep into these topics and make economics more accessible. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Feel free to drop any questions or suggestions for future videos in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for tuning in.